Hey y'all.
What's up?
Welcome.
Welcome
to episode
What?
21.
Well,
What?
go to Stream Wop on Instagram. Go Stream Wop on Instagram. No, for real, go to Stream on Spotify. Hey y'all, welcome to episode 21 of Foot on Your Neck. Two, you put up two twos.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
my popsicle make it look like
Y'all, I don't
Anyway.
never have my glasses on in these videos because it messes up like the glare of the light.
Very glad.
So that's why I always be leaning in, like, can y'all, anyways, in this episode, your two favorite gals are bringing you more content.
Yes.
But today, we're talking, first of all, let's just how fucking hot it is.
Yeah, it's hot. You think it's hot right now? Wait till you go to hell for disrespecting black women every day.
If you think it's hot now,
So we have the fan on and we eating popsicles.
yes,
It's hot.
probably a fan in the background, but we were like, we're not willing to die for this video.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all.
Not
this
at all.
Is good. That's a good segue into our topic, but
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. So, speaking of today's topic, today we are talking about the Black Superwoman complex. And baby,
we are not going to die for capitalism. We're not dying for nobody. That's the
suffering.
first thing. Yeah, suffering. No, thank you.
Jesus, no. Okay, so
Yeah,
let's
let's
get
just
into it.
dive right in.
We're gonna be munching on our popsicles because it's really hot, like hell hot. Like
Humid, hot.
they make you want to pray harder to really ensure I get in heaven, be a good person, really truly follow the Lord because Jesus Christ, it's too freaking hot. Okay, so as usual, definitions. Black Superwoman complex. What is it? In a New York Times article, clinical psychologist Dr. Inger E. Burnett Ziegler defines the strong black. Oh shit! My popsicle eating me right now. Hold on.
Malfunction.
Yes, Dr. Inger E. Burnett Ziegler, clinical psychologist, defines the strong black woman as a cultural icon born of black women's resilience in the face of systemic oppression that has dismantled families and made economic stability a formidable challenge. She is self-sufficient and self-sacrificing. She is a provider, a caretaker, and homemaker, and often she is suffering. What do you think about that?
What do I think of the Black Superwoman? I feel like it just happens without me knowing. I feel like it's always been like that. I didn't know it was a thing until I came to college and somebody pointed out to me that it was like a real thing. I was like, oh, that's what I've been feeling. Like, I have to do everything for everybody all the time, and my mom is the same way.
Yeah.
You see it. I think that's a great definition. Often she is suffering. That
Yeah.
is true. That end part is really important because, like, the idea of the Black Superwoman, like, makes you think that black women don't have any problems, or like they're not supposed to have any problems, or like who takes care of black women like we do ourselves. You know,
That's an episode all on its own. Who takes care of black women?
nobody. We do. Like, as a community, we take care of ourselves individually, but also as a community, we take care of ourselves. Nobody else does that.
Yeah.
Nobody. It's sad and it hurts, but I mean, I think the one thing that that is knowing that I can depend on other black women, and that's a positive. That's always a positive, and I find the most community in black women.
Yeah. I like this definition too. I think something that's important to like add to it, just like vulnerability.
Yeah.
Like it's hard.
Right.
It's hard for like yes, like I think the larger part of the definition is like black women sacrificing so much and the labor of it all, but also like the lack of space and capacity that's been kept just for black women to emote like regular humans.
And not have it
not even like regular humans because they are regular humans, right?
Right.
Yeah, and like just having that be a thing that is understood as like this is a human emotion that I'm experiencing And yes, it's tied to my blackness and my womanness and everything about me, but it's just like it's an emotion and I'm expressing myself right now. And that space for vulnerability and to truly be understood and heard is often not something that's easy to establish or find in relationships that are like not with black women.
Right. Yeah, and in that there's like a sense of trust or a lack of trust, because it's like, oh, if I feel like you can only emote in certain spaces because of the way you're going to be perceived.
Yeah.
In the way that, like, you know, angry black women, we all know that trope, which is really, really damaging. And it, like, teaches you to betray yourself. And, like, okay, I have to hold my anger in because somebody's going to be thinking of me this way. And, like, that's not fair. I don't know what else to say on that, but.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it is, like, we have to establish some type of trust with people before we're able to feel like we can be vulnerable.
Yeah. So, like, in the context of, like, your personal experiences, where would you say, like the Black Superwoman comics began? Like, what are some experiences that you think of when you think about that?
To me, I would say, so I have cousins, boy cousins, and I grew up with them. And, like, I just don't think that my family put as much pressure on them to excel versus me and my cousin who's the same age as me, as much. Like, whether it's in being able to clean up or just, like, especially in school. Like, we were pushed, not hard, but, like, it was, like, expected of us to do well versus where it just wasn't expected of the men in my family to do well. Like, it was automatically like, oh, well, they're boys. Like, you know how boys are. Yeah, so.
Right? Ooh. Are you okay?
Yes. I think it starts there. And, like, even in the classroom when I was young, people would depend on me to do the project well, or like, oh, we know Jonna can do this, like, we're not gonna worry about her, like, da-da-da-da. And it's like, no, please worry about me, please. I want that. Actually, sometimes, like, it's nice to be independent and feel like people can depend on you, but at the same time, I shouldn't always depend on me. Yeah, I shouldn't always have to be dependent on or like, feel like I have to do everything. I feel like that's what really started.
Incapable people. Like, why are you depending on somebody else to do something for you?
All the time. Even up until, I would say, to this day, in every aspect. And I see it the most in school because I spent the most time in school, but definitely in home life as well.
Yeah.
What would you say for you?
I think really the same. I think particularly, like, even being raised by a single mother is particularly, like, prevalent because it's, like, I think even, like, my mother's pressure to perform, right, to be everything that a child might need is also heightened, right? And that feeds into the way that she, like, parented us, right? Like, and I don't think for me it was, like, necessarily pressuring me to excel, but I knew the expectation was there. It was nothing that had to be said. But just, like academically, I would just, my Virgo self was just, like, I'm doing my homework, I'm doing me, I'm operating my own way, right? So there was no need for my mother to be like, hey, I'm checking in on you, but it was just, like, because there's no need for that, it's also, like, you know, like, just being like, she's self-governing, you know, no need to really worry about her in that aspect, which I think was fine because that is how I wanted to operate, but I think to some degree, like, all kids aren't like that, but I think that it like you said, it's like, worry about me sometimes, you know, like, check on me, like, what the heck, you know? But I think it also is, like the intergenerational part of it all, like, right, like, seeing my mom, like, do X, Y, and Z, and then, like, that telling me, like, okay, I just need to do things myself, because even till this day, I think because of, like, my childhood and just, like, being like, everybody else, y'all not doing this right, whatever, right, and just even the self-fulfilling part of it all, right, like, being expected to perform more and becoming more capable at performing better, so then, like, you get good at, like, doing things for yourself, right, to where you, like, you know, you do things for others, whatever, right? And now it's to the point where, like, if I want something, I really believe if I want something done the right way, I'm just going to do it myself. I'm not going to ask nobody, and I'm not going to ask you twice for sure. Yeah. You know, so it's, like, it's just tough because I think in some ways it incapacitates our emotional capability to ask for help. Yeah. Or to feel like we deserve help.
That's funny because I just...
Yeah, like, shut the fuck up.
I just pointed this out to Nia. I don't know what we were doing, but it was like, I said something to Nia, and I was like, Nia, why you never let nobody help you?
Because
But I'm also like the same exact way. Where it's like I feel like I've been failed too many times as well. Like on top of having to feel like I need to always do everything for myself, it also comes from the fact that like I've been disappointed before. So
it's like why even let myself be disappointed?
Right.
Let me just plan my life to where I can do everything I need to do from the jump.
Right. And like also being raised around so many women. Like there's men in my family, but they're also in the family not married in. So like most of the women in my family are single or like and they have kids. So seeing other women being able to do it and without men there, it's like, okay, well, I mean, just that's in the context of comparing men to women, but like, okay, well, they can do it and I can too, you know.
Yeah.
So, but that's also harmful.
Yeah, it is. It is, and I think like it's. I mean, I like the fact that it's made me be able to like, you know, do things on my own. Not the particular stereotype, but I think like just the socialization of it. Like I know like just in school being left to my own devices made me know how to learn by myself and how to teach myself, which helped me survive through LAUSD, which is a terrible fucking school system. You know, like I've found ways to maneuver through that have been beneficial to me as a scholar, as a college student, as a woman. You know, like emotionally, mentally, physically, whatever, right? But I think that like the part that is, I think it gets to a point where you have to undo, especially when you're thinking about like friendships or like intimate relationships, is like creating opportunities to be vulnerable. Yeah. Because that's tough. It's like, why would I do that?
No, really.
Why would I do that?
Why would I never had to before?
Yeah.
Or felt the need to.
Yeah. And I don't know, I think this might be, because I think me and you are like our attachment styles are quite similar. So I think I really want to hear from like other black women in the comments, like what are your opinions on this, or how do you feel like the black superwoman complex has affected you, particularly emotionally, and like your interpersonal relationships? Because I would really love to hear more about that, because I feel like we're pretty on
similar.
The same
Yeah,
page.
Please discuss. And I was thinking about this too. We are speaking from like a perspective of Black Americans, and I know that also translates differently to. We know a lot of people who are African, or like their parents are from Africa, so like that has a whole nother meaning in terms of like what the superwoman complex looks like for them too. So like if you please comment, talk to us about like the way that like you see that show up in your life.
Yeah. Okay. This is where I get mad. I feel like I say that every episode, and this is where I get mad. Okay.
We have a lot to be mad about though, so.
Got a lot to be mad about.
Yes.
Okay.
We do.
The internet and the black superwoman complex.
Particularly Twitter, to me. I don't spend a lot of time on. Do I? I do. Twitter. You see it on Instagram too, but Twitter is strictly for opinions, and people love giving them. But especially in the context of Megan Thee Stallion, and that was today where she went live today. Yeah. Where she literally said
that nigga Tory shot her.
And people still didn't believe her. That's number uno. They didn't believe her when she went on live right after being shot in the foot. And just like the part of her having to prove to everybody, like having to even say like XYZ for people to believe her plays into the black superwoman complex. Like we can just like our lives aren't worthy. We can survive anything without having to feel some type of emotion or like feeling like other people,
or even like the fact that she was literally in physical pain, bleeding, wounded, and she still found the capacity to lie well enough to the police to where she helped this man evade being like potentially endangered because she was sacrificing her own emotional pain for this man's physical safety, right? Our perception of what his, like the possibility of him being like shot by the police, which is like a real thing. But in what ways have like, I mean, just on a larger scale, like thinking societally, what ways have black men done that for black women?
Never.
If anything, y'all are the aggressors to black women physically.
Yes.
Like physically endangering us. And I know that some people will be like, oh, well, that's not true. Everybody not the same. Okay, that's on a relationship level.
Right.
But when we're talking about like the ways in which we
On a-
move as a communal, community on a communal level. Y'all motherfuckers always do us dirty. Cause let's not forget the fucking hashtag that came out after he shot her. The fucking
Oh my god, yes, that was so disgusting. What was it like? We gonna start Tory Lane's. What was it?
like Tory set the tone.
Yes, Tory said the tone. Like, we just gonna start shooting bitch now. Like,
And now y'all don't want to believe her, but yet these niggas clearly were like, "Oh yeah, he shot her. That's cool." What?
that's sick and that's scary, and that doesn't help me.
I don't get it. 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 And I think
endangerment.
yeah, and even Megan's first live where I think she was trying like not to name him, and people were like, just that's so sad. She's so whatever strong. Do y'all not see this woman in pain? And she's expressing to us like, it's hard being young and my parents just died and seeking guidance, and yet like y'all just don't get it. And it's really interesting because I feel like y'all find the range to understand and to practice empathy when it's not black women, our black queer women, our black trans women, our black whatever, black women of any type of identity. Y'all really don't have the capacity to understand very niche and specific problems on a human level. Like, y'all can y'all not conceptualize the fact that like people can experience things that are outside of you that you've never felt before, but they still feel just as bad as if it happened to you? Can that like not be understood? I don't get it. I don't get it.
And that just like makes me think like it's so deep. Like, it's so deep. Like, I don't even think people understand that that's the way that it's being perceived, or just like being understood, that like you have no empathy for black women ever. And that's like hurtful. That's really hurtful. And yeah, I don't even know what to say.
Because it's inhumane.
it just like, yeah.
It's inhumane and it's disgusting. It's true. It's true. It's anyways.
So again, I'll ask, who's protecting black women of all identities? Us.
Child. Okay.
Kick rocks.
Another instance on social media. Was this in like May or June?
Whenever
protests were.
Yeah, the beginning of the George Floyd initiated protests. There was a video of a little black girl who was at a protest, and she was being filmed, and she was chanting "No justice, no peace," and people were commenting like, "Oh my God, this is so inspiring.
The children are our future."
Yes, like, no, that is scary, and the kids don't deserve to have to know the violence that they could potentially face. Like, that's not, like, that's scary. Like, as a kid, like, I didn't understand that as a child, so to see another child, another black girl have that understanding and being able to communicate it via a protest is not inspiring to me. That's like, I don't, what's a good word for that? Like,
I think for me,
it's weird.
It is.
It's strange, and
it is. I think for me though, I think that because we know that there has never been a lack of. Police didn't just start killing people. The state did not just start killing people. But I think when we were younger, like the age of like deaths being recorded and being replayed over and over again wasn't so large. So I think that like young black kids are on the internet. They're gonna know these things.
That's true.
They're gonna have to conceptualize these things. So I'm not as much upset about that. I'm upset at the way that it was sensationalized. Because if her, I mean, I don't know why she's there. I personally, I don't know if I would want to take my kids to protest, especially in COVID.
Yeah, no, I definitely.
It's a very vulnerable situation, and who knows what's gonna go down.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying, I don't even think that she shouldn't have been there, because like, if she wanted to be there, her parents wanted to take her there, I think that's fine. I'm upset with the way that it's been sensationalized, because it's been spent like, that's so inspirational, but it's like, you shouldn't take this as inspiration. This should like anger you.
Yeah.
Because like,
right.
This young black girl, this little girl's supposed to be on a fucking playground. This little girl's supposed to be eating dirt. This little girl is supposed to be fucking drinking milk through her nose.
But
she's supposed to be doing all the dumb shit, but she's out there trying to fight structural oppression that some of y'all don't even give a fuck about. And that really makes me upset, because that's not a child's responsibility.
Right.
And then here's the biter. It's a young little black girl.
Right.
Once again, here we are. We already on the front lines fighting for niggas who don't give a fuck about us.
Ooh.
And then this young little black girl is taking that on too, and that that just really makes me sad because I think that
She
the
doesn't
black
deserve that.
yeah,
Yeah.
And it's really like she's a good example of like the more minute and persistent ways in which young black girls are made to do that emotionally, mentally, physically, right? Like the ways in which they've been socialized to concede and consent unwillingly to like the horrors and dangers of like black male patriarchy and misogynoir, like
and being in like part of like the black superwoman complex as well is being like perceived as being like more adult like at a younger age. So I feel like that also plays into that as well, like because she's younger and like I don't even know how to explain that,
like the
in this
perception
context.
of her like childhood and
yeah,
like I don't even
like
wanna
kids,
just
like
say
black kids
innocent.
don't really get to be kids all the time.
No.
Like, and I feel like in that instance she was not being able to be a kid like you were explaining.
No, I think you're right.
Like we're aged so much. Like not I mean like just like off rip, off appearance alone.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. Okay. We both looked at the notes and was like, okay.
Oh God. Yeah.
It's really crazy because in some ways, like, y'all really fucking think that y'all like disrespect black women. And when I say y'all, if the shoe fits, get in it.
Lace it.
But like, y'all really be like, black women gonna save the world. Black women are the future. I love my black queens and ooh.
Why put that responsibility on us? Why is it our job? Why is it our job when the world has built itself, when white men have stepped on our backs since the beginning of time? So it's our job to fix it?
No, ma'am.
Please don't ever put that responsibility on a black woman, anybody that you know, black women in general, because it really isn't. It's not our job.
Black women have given you the literature, they've given you the language, they have given you their imaginative labor of conceptualizing, theorizing, organizing
Everything.
a path that can potentially lead us to liberation. Many paths, many people, many times, many places, many decades. And you still want us to do the fucking work?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
What do you want to do?
Nothing.
What do you want to do?
No one wants to do anything because they want black women to do the work in every single like social sphere that there is to exist. Like I have not been in a setting with. This is just like in general. Like it could be black men in the room. It could be white men in the room. It could be any other person in the room, and yet black women are still like being forced to do the work, do the labor, think. keep thinking, and it's just like, can we be tired? Are we allowed to be tired?
Yeah, I've gotten into this like habit where I just be like, I don't say nothing. Like if in a room, people be like offering ideas in meetings and shit. I'd be like,
Nia, do you have anything to say? No.
no, I think everyone else covered it.
And that's like that's defense.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
giving
protection.
y'all no more of my fucking intellectual labor just for y'all to not credit me.
And we learned that very well through working with UCLA Radio.
Child, moving on.
Yeah, we could talk about that that's a whole
That's
nother
another
discussion,
episode.
a whole nother episode.
But it's draining, and I think particularly college taught me that very well.
Mhm.
Like yes, I might be smart. I might have good ideas every now and then. I might have good things to say. I might have some good analysis to contribute in section every now and then. But I think that sometimes, like particularly in like college spaces where it's supposed to be very liberal, right? And this is such a diverse school. There's an idea of like, let's let so and so talk and take.
Oh my god.
And let's do this and let's do that, right? And then part of it is like it's exploitative because you're milking me for my experiences. Like now you're making me feel like a show pony. Just don't be fucking weirdos. Like don't.
Yeah, that you're right. That does make me feel uncomfortable. Like, okay, let's let black women talk first. Like, this looks very performative now. Like, it just doesn't feel like, thank you. I don't even know if I should be thanking, but like, okay, great, you're making space.
Just
but
shut
at the
the
same
like-
time, yeah, like, just please shut the fuck up. It's a lot easier to do that than
Because the
to
thing is like
say all
that.
this weird stuff.
Nobody is saying like black women need to be put on a pedestal. That's not
Right,
what
right,
nobody
right.
wants. But because you've done such a terrible job, or actually you've done such a great job at silencing, deleting, milling through, running over the things that black women have said and contributed, that it's like, yes, we want you to make space, but not like, let's be sure we leave 10 minutes at the end of the meeting for Jonna to speak. No, dude.
Yeah.
Like, why can't we just fuck, like, you know, like that particularly sometimes enrages me because it's just so performative and it's very slick, right? Like, this is us being liberal and practicing, you know, equity and practicing inclusion and diversity. Just don't be weird. Like, if you like deal with your own humanity first, and from there you can figure out a lot of things that are actually quite implicit. Like, how would you feel if somebody put you on the spot and said, "Tell me how it is being a white woman"?
Oh my god.
You'd be fucking mad, girl. So don't do that to me. You know, like,
Yeah.
I don't get it. But
In conclusion, black women are not saving the world. We are not saving the U.S. There is no saving. It can't be saved. That's my opinion.
you know,
I don't know if you think the same thing.
black
but-
women are not your therapists. Black women are not your TAs or your professors. Black women are not your fucking
Caregivers.
maids,
Mhm.
caregivers. We're not the fucking doctor. We don't have all the answers. We're not Google. We're not the trash collector. We cannot help you fix your credit.
Mhm.
We cannot let you borrow our credit. We cannot do anything for you that you cannot do for yourself. Period. And I don't know, I think the reason why I get so upset is just because, like, even beyond, like, I know there are some ways in which, like, both of us are, like, privileged to, like, not have to, like, or at least just, like, being, you know, like, in college and not, like, I think college is vacuum, which happens in a very particular way and sometimes not less physically endangering, right? But I think just the collective tiredness between black women is very shared. Like, I'm tired for shit I ain't been through. I'm so tired for shit I ain't
I'm
been through.
tired for other black women.
Yeah.
Like, when I see, like, black women going through things, or just, like, even, like, being in leadership positions, like, I'm tired for you, girl. Like, I
Yeah.
know you getting dragged through the mud right now, and
I
I
can
can't
only
even help
imagine.
you. Yeah.
I can
like,
only imagine.
You can only experience it from afar, but at the same time, I'm right there with you.
Yeah. So, because of that, we're always ready to get the chocolate. So call us.
Yeah. Yeah. If you need it.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I'm angry. I am angry.
Yeah.
Like, I really am. I'm angry for myself, and I'm angry for my friends, and I'm angry at the fact that, oh, never mind, I was going to say something else. But, yes, period. Just angry all around. And
Boom.
don't ask me why,
Boom.
because you know why. Jamila Wood said it great. Oh, fuck.
What'd she say?
In her song, Basquiat,
Uh-huh.
said, why you mad? Yes, I'm mad. What make you mad? I don't know. You should know. You done done it.
Yeah.
Like-
that's like kicking somebody and being like, what happened? You okay? You don't look good.
That was great acting.
Shut up. But I mean, like, it's like, it's just like, ooh, anyways. Moving on. Yeah, black women can't do anything for you that you can't do for yourself, and you shouldn't expect them to.
Because we had to learn from the bottom as well.
You shouldn't expect them to. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. That's literally like what? Like, that's literally like, do you think your life is a movie? Do we look like fucking Whitney Houston and Brandy Cinderella? Like, boopity boppity boop. No. What the fuck? Like, no. If you can't do it for yourself, don't ask a black woman to do it. That's not on that. Black Superwoman complex. Are we mad at it?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Always.
In fact, we hate it. Hate it. It can go to hell now.
Ain't nobody superwoman.
I'm
I'm
not.
no hero. I'm not
I'm
finna
not.
swoop in and save the day for y'all's asses
I'm not.
at all. In fact, I'm probably gonna go to sleep.
And you know what I think also contributes to this, like this idea of like black women, this hotep idea that black women are from God, and they're
Oh, you're really
shit
right. That
from-
plays into it a lot.
whoa, you know, like they fucking no.
Like girl magic, like, which is, you know, that was started as like a endearing or like upliftment type of term, but it like implies that like we have some type of special power to like
prevail, survive.
make like a mountain out of nothing.
Yeah,
And no, like
No.
are
Black
we
girls
magical?
are.
Yes, but we don't have magic.
Yeah, black girls are magic because of just simply living. You
Existing.
wake up and you're
Existence.
black. Like you don't deserve anything else from us.
Mm-hmm.
You should be lucky if we let you look at us.
Really?
Yeah, close the camera right now
With
because
our
do
presence.
you deserve to watch our video? Okay. Yeah, so we're moving on. We're moving on to our favorite segment soon,
Yes.
but yeah, drop your comments below if you are also a black woman and you also feel very tired, very annoyed. But converse with us, let us know how you feeling. But we're moving on to our segment, of course, our favorite segment.
Put your name on it.
I thought you was gonna sing
I
it.
thought you was gonna sing it.
Oh, we was both gonna try. Okay, let's sing it.
Put
Put your name on it.
Ow.
Okay. You wanna go first?
I think I went first last time.
I don't remember.
Okay. For me, I just moved into my new apartment.
Mhm.
So I am, I guess not manifesting, but like, I just need to clean my room.
Okay.
I really, it's bothering me. Like, I just want to settle in. So
You wanna feel
becoming more,
comfortable.
yeah, I want to be comfortable and I want to be able to get into my routine because I'm also in a gap year. So I'm doing more things that I enjoy
Mhm.
myself. So yeah, I'm still trying to be creative too
Yeah.
at the same time. So being okay with being uncomfortable, but also becoming comfortable at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. What about me? Flow.
Ooh.
I mean, you know, life is life and it flows as it such as it should and as it does. But I feel like this next period of my life, because like gap years and who knows what, right? Like just flow and like just affirming and you know, revalidating the fact that like things will come and go as they should, according to God's plan for my life. And I'm just really bringing more of that energy into like this next week, right? Creative flow, spiritual flow, physical flow, and alignment of my body. So flow. I'm gonna go with flow.
I like that word.
Yeah.
So her word is flow. Mine is comfort.
Ooh, I like these.
Comfort and flow.
I like these for us. I like these for us.
But yeah, we keeping it short now.
Yeah.
We're trying to shorten our videos. 'Cause
In
we
and
could
out.
talk forever and
Yeah,
ever and ever and
we
ever.
could.
But for the sake of y'all and our YouTube channel and just like our podcast,
Yes. Please like, subscribe, tell a friend, add us on social media, and make sure you use hashtag FYM Fridays. Yeah. We're glad that y'all joined us, and we'll see you next week.
I don't know where I did all
Deuces.
that.